Just tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Buffalo Bills. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys, bring it up! Go! 21, 22.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Check three, hey, shit.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's our time.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Rupp. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Come on. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Out, 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 out. Easy. Alert, alert. 80 weapon.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, it's Burgess. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Check 15. Check 15. Alert. 11B. Mike 51.
On first down, it's Love. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On first down, here's Breida. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson, and he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. On the move to his left. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Now this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, Mexico! Jump! Come on. Hey, dude! Check 53, Mike! You gonna get this, boy? Mexico! You think you gonna get this? That's it!
A shotgun snap for Love. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Come on, 540! Come on! Watch the twist!
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Come. He's crashing. He's checking. Strong right. Check three. 11. 61. Matchbox lights.
On 1st and 10, Locke. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
At the 28-yard line.
On the set, team by 22. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And some room to maneuver. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Reggie.
After the interception, it's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw again on second down. Luck. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
You know, when you go through scouting reports, you go through everything. Height, weight, speed, the whole deal. They knew that they had a 4-inch height advantage there and tried to make a play on a 50-50 ball, didn't they?
Yeah, took the shot downfield. Hey, give him credit defensively. Maybe 4 inches shorter, but able to jostle it free.
Feisty. Feisty.
Mike 51. Mike 51. I got him.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Check 56. Go tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run on first down. Burgess. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Choose the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 3rd and long. It's Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A big play there for L.A. 61 yards that time on the ground. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Look out! 390!
Crunch time.
Quo. To the mic. Hey. Hey, team 6. 2. Watch 2.
Luck on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, That's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Like 22, he's coming, 22.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie first-rounder Jonathan Abram there to knock it away. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe some explanations.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, blocked. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 3 yards out. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Got a man open, that's Harry. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll fake it. Now Lop. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now a play fake, and it's locked. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And this will pin them back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Just like that. Just like that. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Don't get nervous. Like 22, like 22.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Come on. Switch. Check. Lucky.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Check. 61. Match box. Mike 22. He's high 7. Here we go. 36. Looks great. 23.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Hey, come on out here. Come on.
They'll try and throw for it here. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. Well, they've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8. At
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Set, ready. 10, touchdown. 54. Mike 54. Bring it. Check 52. Right stone. Bravo. Whip. Watch the whip.
Here's Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Let's go. Mike 22, Mike 28.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Let's go, Mexico.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check tight.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Burgess. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. There he goes left side. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack on first down, Jackson in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Jackson from the shotgun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Let's go. Blue 40. 53. Mike, 53. He's tired of me. Hey, check. Mexico.
Now a first down throw. Lott. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Dexter Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Back to throw. Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously, something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Notice says, let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Mike, 53.
Hey, exit.
Mike.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Throwing again on second down. Luck. It's Williams on the catch. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
12. Blue draw Porkers.
On first down, Love. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On first down, Burgess. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Check 37. Check 37. Save. Save.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They run with Breida, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Mike 22, Mike 22.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check 3.
Throwing again. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.